Welcome back to Ultimate Strongman Masters here on Challenge. Now, we're 2 events down, and the next event is a real test of determination and stamina.
Absolutely. The next event to test the Masters is the Titanic Compass, an event which comprises 2 huge Irish barrels stuck to a bar. And to explain in more detail, our own Belfast barrel, and a man who's no stranger to a bar himself, the Daddy.
The Ultimate Strongman Masters World Championship 2012. And what an event we've got next. Event 3, the Titanic Compass. 2 massive Titanic barrels must be carried 1/4 of a ton under your arms around a circumference as many degrees as possible. Who will sink? Who will swim? We'll soon see.
Well, we certainly will, and it is a real challenge this, with Kevin Murray of Ireland first up to challenge. He's in 8th position thus far in the competition with just 3 points. Needs to really make some good here. Now, this is not easy at all, because first of all, it's not just a matter of moving it around its circumference, but you have to get it in the air first, and you have to lift that incredibly heavy weight, as Glenn Wilson said. And that is going to be very, very difficult indeed. So, it's a matter now of getting it as many degrees in a circle as you can. Now that's a pretty good start actually by Kevin Murray, Republic of Ireland's strongest man between 2002 and 2012, and quite experienced as you would expect in a Masters World Championship such as this, the Ultimate Strongman Masters World Championship so called, and that is around about 300 degrees I would think. And as Grzegorz Pecka comes up, I can tell you it was 315 degrees. That's the official verdict on Kevin Murray as Pecka is introduced. He's in 6th place overall with just 5 points, moving into this 3rd event, the Titanic Compass. Now the grip, very, very important. And he'll squat underneath and straighten those legs and try and get the lift going, and that's a good start, a very positive start. That's 180 gone. Oh. The real pressure now, and I don't think that's quite as far as Kevin Murray. It looked pretty well the same, but I don't think it's quite as far, but we'll check on that, the formal distance in a moment. But this is very, very tough indeed. Well, Frank Connolly in 7th place.
I'm Frank Connolly. I'm from Woodside, Fife, Scotland, and at present I'm 46. Been doing strongman for 17 years. Been twice Scotland's strongest man at 105, and I come 2nd in the UK's qualifier this year. I am very excited about the competition because some of the competitors here have been at the world stage, and it'd be good just to go up against them to see how I compete with them.
Well, it will be interesting to see as he himself suggests, but he desperately needs points from this with only a total of 4 in 7th place, so needs a good one here. 300 degrees was Pecka, so he's in 2nd place at the moment, with Kevin Murray leading with 315 degrees. Now then, what can Frank Connolly do? Desperately needs a good one here. Oh, it's a good start. Oh, he's moving well. He's in very, very good control. Now this could be good if he can maintain this. The pressure's coming on now. He's going to go 360, I think. He's gone all the way there. He's all the way. And he's now on the 2nd circuit. Oh, that's a brilliant, brilliant performance thus far. Oh, it's down, but that's, well, that looks to be over 500. Well, 535 degrees so given to Frank Connolly, and that's going to take some beating. This is Tanas Brutus. Incidentally, Carter and Haugen have gone before 56 degrees and 186 degrees, so they're not challenging at the moment, but I wonder whether Brutus can, the Lithuanian, and to see how he gets there. But what a magnificent performance by Frank Connolly on that occasion. The Scot from Woodside in 5. But this is a different man. This is the Lithuanian. Now then, what can he do? 180 gone. Oh, he's only just gone past. He looked to be going so well. He's almost passed out there. I think it's the pressure on the chest there. We've seen that before, and he's being assisted, but it just goes blank for a little while. It's the pressure on the chest. Have another look at that. Yeah, he looks as though he's almost collapsed, doesn't he, over the bar, and they recognise that and get to him very quickly. 210 degrees given to Antanas Abrutis. Well, Chad Coy now coming.
My name's Chad Coy. I'm from Kokomo, Indiana. It's in the United States. I'm 43 years old, and I've been competing since 1994. I played football till I was 29 years old, American football. You know, in 1980, I saw my first World's Strongest Man, and I was hooked. And I thought then, I was like, you know, I really want to go to World's Strongest Man someday. The key is just being consistent. You know, if you can place in the top 3 in every event, you know, that'll put you in the winner's bracket. If you can top 5 every event, that'll put you on the podium. So my key is going to be being consistent, and you know, I'm going to leave it all out on the field. So you know, everything I've got, I'm going to put it out there, and whatever, if that's enough, that's great. I mean, the biggest key is I want to do my best performance, and however that stacks up. If that's 8th place, and if I'm last, I'm okay with that, as long as I do my best.
Well, Chad Coy is in 2nd place overall with 14 points coming into this 3rd event, the Titanic Compass. You heard him there. He's a very competent former American footballer. Watched in 1980, you'll have seen Geoffrey Capes, Britain's finest, winning a couple of world strongman competitions in that era. A magnificent era it was indeed. He did his first strongman here in 1994, did Chad Coy. Now then, what can he do? Lifted it very comfortably. Very positive former American footballer. Look at this. 180 gone. He's got 535 to beat. Well, that's 360. That's 360 gone. And when he gets to the, well, that's 540. This is certainly the leader here. This is definitely a brilliant performance. That's 2. So that's 720. And that's beyond 720 at 2 complete circuits. That's incredible. Well, that's definitely the lead by a very big margin indeed. Now then, what can Derek Boya do? Well, he's currently in the lead, as you see. Got 16 points. Competed, you heard Coy talk about World Strongman, but Boya's competed 7 times in the World's Strongest Man competition. He reached the finals in 1997. He was 9th on that occasion. It's a tough contest where the big boys get together, but he knows he's got a very big margin to make up now at 772. And 2nd place, 535 degrees from Frank Connolly. Well, that's 360. Doesn't like losing this man. He's a very fine competitor. See, representing Australia. Oh, and that's not quite as far, but nevertheless, that could challenge 2nd place. He's got 535 to beat. I'm just looking at the.
Somebody give me a Guinness! I want a Guinness! Guinness!
Well, just 772. Coy wins it. Oh, Boya did get 2nd, 552, and Connolly in 3rd place, 535.
A very chalky Chad Coy here, joining me after the Titanic Compass. That was an amazing performance.
Thank you, thank you. I trained diligently for that one.
So, tell me how you get around there twice, because no one else has done that.
Well, I knew what I had to win, or I had to beat Frank, and I thought 2 in my head. Once I got to 1.5, then when I got to 2, I'm like, I just kept thinking 1 more step. Unfortunately, it was only about 3 or 4 more steps, but it went well. You know, I trained well, prepared well. That's generally a good event for me.
Well, let's look at that. 23 points overall ahead of Chad Coy, 22, so 1 point only. Abrutis 15, Hogan 12, Connolly 10, and Pesca, Carter and Murray with a lot of work to do.